Hello, dear students. Kumusta? How are you doing? How are you getting on? Well, we are back in our conversation on research. Now, this time we will talk about instrumentation. Yes, instrumentation. Now, instrumentation pertains to data collection instrument. That is why it is logical and reasonable that you have to learn how to come up with data collection instrument and convert the instrument to online platform. Yes, at this point in time, since we are under new normal, there is a necessity to convert the instrument to online platform. Now, the most commonly tools in data gathering are questionnaire, interview, observation, tests, or examinations. Since we are dealing with the quantitative research and we are in a new normal situation, you have to come up with a questionnaire in which you can obtain a quantifiable answer to the statement of the problem or to the research questions. And you have to do it at the online platform. Okay? Now, let's have the characteristics of a data collection instrument. Characteristics of data collection instrument. One, simple and clear. Yes, the questionnaire must be simple and clear. Questions must be stated in a simple form, which can be easily understood without casting a doubt or a question mark in the mind of the respondents. So having unnecessary modifiers or inserting dangling modifiers or adjectives that are not necessary is a no thing. Okay? So that's for simple and clear as a characteristic of instrument. Number two characteristic is scoring procedures on the instrument must be included. Scoring procedures on the instrument must be included. It means that you will use a psychometric scale such as the Likert scale to measure a respondent's answers to the questions. So as you have already known, the Likert scale is typically a 3, 5, 7, or 9-point scale used to measure respondents' responses to the variety of statements or questions. Okay, so that's characteristic number 2. Now let's proceed to characteristic number 3. And as far as data collection instrument is concerned, the third characteristic is the statements or questions must be valid, reliable, sensitive, and specific. Now, in your case, as social science researchers, as Hume's students, whose interest is on social science studies, research studies, no need for sensitive and specific tone because sensitive and specific tone is applicable for medical related studies only. So what is expected with your questionnaire as social science researchers is valid and reliable. So your concern as social science researcher is be sure that your questionnaire is valid and reliable. Now, the questionnaire is valid if the contents are aligned with the objectives of the study and with the research problems or statement of the problem. The questionnaire is reliable if the responses of the respondents are consistent and stable regardless of the time setting and regardless of the atmosphere. So meaning, hindi magbabago ang sagot ng mga respondents kahit na paulit-ulit na ipasagot ang questionnaire. So that's for characteristic number 3. Now, characteristic number 4, pilot study results should be included. Pilot study results should be included. Meaning, the newly devised research constructed questionnaire must subject to pilot testing. You have to pilot test the newly coined research constructed questionnaire to a certain limited number of respondents who are concerned with your study. So pilot testing is necessary to find out and ensure the understandability and cultural sensitivity of the questionnaire. So those are the 4 characteristics of data collection instruments that you have to consider as you make your questionnaire. Okay? So I hope that that is clear to us. Okay, so let's focus on validity. Now, validity of instrument is concerned with its ability to gather the data that is intended to gather. So I repeat, validity is concerned with its ability to gather the data that is intended to gather. The greater the validity of an instrument, the more confidence you can have that the instrument will obtain data that will answer the research questions or test the research hypothesis. So for you to answer the SOP and achieve the objective of your study, you need to come up with a valid instrument. Okay? Now, let's talk about the types of validity. Types of validity. There are 4 types of validity: phase validity, content validity, criterion validity, and construct validity. So let's talk first on phase validity. You apply phase validity if you have developed your own instrument or questionnaire, and you have to present your own developed instrument to the experts for evaluation. The panel of experts is composed of 3 individuals. And these 3 individuals have a technical knowledge on the study you are pursuing. So the panel will evaluate your instrument based on the standards of a good questionnaire. So that's for phase validity. Now, content validity. Content validity is concerned with the content of the instrument or questionnaire taken from the body of literature related to your study. So if you do not want to undergo the tiring, the tedious process of validity and reliability testing, the available body of literature can give you a lot of instruments or questionnaire which you can use. So if you adapt an instrument from the previous study, be sure to get the permission. Yes, get the permission of the author through email. And be sure to cite the Cronbach's alpha index of such instrument. Yes, you heard it right. Cronbach's alpha. Spell out as Cronbach apostrophe S, then alpha index. Now, that's Cronbach's alpha. Now, the Cronbach's alpha index is an index of validity and reliability, which is ranging from 0 to 1. Okay? Now, Cronbach's alpha, ulitin natin. Cronbach's alpha index is an index of validity and reliability, which ranges from 0 to 1. The more its value gets closer to 1, the more valid and reliable the instrument is. So you should be able to present at least 0.7 Cronbach's alpha. I repeat, for your instrument to be considered valid and reliable, the Cronbach's alpha of the adapted instrument of yours from other authors should be at least 0.7. The better if it's higher, 0.8 hanggang sa 1. Okay? The Cronbach's alpha is usually written on the published paper of the author. So where can you look for the available instrument related to your study? Siguro yun yung tumatakbong tanong nyo eh. Where can you look for the available instrument related to your study in as far as content validity is concerned? Well, simply lang. Go to Scholar Google. Go to Directory of Open Access Journal, DOAJ. Alam nyo na yan. Go to ResearchGate. Or, the best thing for you to do is go to the sites, balikan nyo yung sites where you got your related literature. Then, ask the authors to send you their instruments or questionnaire through email. So I hope that is clear to you. Okay? Now, let's go to the third type of validity. Criterion validity. In criterion validity, you have to develop your own instrument and get another instrument same with your study, and then you have to compare or correlate them whether highly correlated or not. Now, if your own developed instrument is highly correlated with the available instrument, that is what we call criterion validity. So as the term implies, you have a criteria or a basis for ensuring that your own developed instrument is valid and reliable. So there is a need to pilot test the self-developed questionnaire as well as the available questionnaire. And the fourth type of validity is construct validity. Construct validity is the most difficult. The most difficult to do because the own developed or the self-developed questionnaire or instrument by the researcher will undergo the tiring, the tedious process of fact factor analysis. Yes, factor analysis. And this factor analysis is technically statistical in nature, which is so difficult on the part of new or neophyte researchers like you. So, which among the four types of validity is highly recommended to you? The highly recommended is content validity. I would like you to adopt this content validity. Kaya what you will adopt in terms of questionnaire validity is the content validity. Kasi ito yung pinakamadali. Okay? So those are the types of validity. Now, you can see on the screen the so-called values of validity and reliability with corresponding verbal description. The values are ranging from 0 to 1. Ikita nyo dyan sa screen. 0 to 1. If the Cronbach's alpha falls on 0 to 29 or 0.29, from 0 to 0.29, it means weak correlation. If it falls on 0.30 to 0.49, it means low correlation. From 0.50 to 0.69, that's moderate correlation. 0.70 to 0.89, it's high correlation. 0.90 to 1, it means very high correlation. Okay? Now, reliability of questionnaire, reliability of instrument is concerned with consistency and stability of answers or responses of the respondents, even though the questionnaire or instrument is presented to them repeatedly and in varied occasions. Okay? So I hope that is clear to you with regard to reliability of questionnaire. Now, let's deal with the four types of reliability. The first one is test, retest, reliability. Test, retest, reliability. This happens when the questionnaire is given to the same samples of respondents on two different occasions, and the responses or answers show a high degree of correlation. So dito, sasagutan ng mga respondents ang questionnaire ng dalawang beses at ng dalawang magkaibang araw. Pero ang resulta ng sagot nila ay parehas lang. Highly correlated. Okay? So that's for the test, retest type of reliability. Number two type of reliability is inter-rater. Inter-rater. The questionnaire will be evaluated by two or more experts or authorities, and the result of their rating or evaluation is highly correlated. Okay? So that's for inter-rater. Number three type of reliability is intra-rater. Intra-rater. The questionnaire will be evaluated by one expert or authority on two or more occasions. And the result of the evaluation by one expert on two or more occasions is highly correlated. The fourth type of reliability is split half. Now, split half, the questionnaire will be answered or evaluated by, let's say, 50 respondents. And these 50 respondents are splitted into two groups. Now, each group is composed of 25 respondents, and these two groups will answer the questionnaire on the same occasion. Then compare their answers, correlate the answers of the two groups. A high correlation must be incurred. A high correlation must be incurred to guarantee the reliability of the questionnaire. Okay? So those are the four types of reliability. So on this conversation, we discuss, we talk about the instrumentation, validity, reliability of the instrument that you are going to use in order to achieve the objectives of your study and to answer the statement of your problem. Okay?